Up till now, we have covered the theoretical part of concept of hybridization in the topic of nature of chemical bonding, and now we will go for applied part of it, how it is useful. Actually, this is useful for studying future effects, inductive effect, electromagnetic effect, and based on that various organic reactions of 11th and 12th and MCQs. But up till now what we have studied, based on that also we can consider few tricky points or questions which will be useful for you to solve multiple choice questions which might be there in your various exams like NEET and JEE. Here I have written 3 compounds: ethyne, ethene and ethane, acetylene, ethylene, ethane. Single covalent bond between CH, a sigma covalent bond between CH is present in ethyne. Similarly, it is also present in ethene here and ethane. But when ethyne is reacted with sodium, we get certain products. CH bond in ethyne does react with sodium, but CH bond in ethene and CH bond in ethane do not react with sodium. So, this, although it is a single bond, this CH bond in ethene and this one in ethane with sodium, no reaction, but this CH bond in ethyne, it does react with sodium. What are the products, how it reacts, we are going to consider. What is the reason behind it? Let us go through that. Now, as we know, although it is a single covalent bond, CH single covalent bond, CH single covalent bond, CH single covalent bond, there is a difference. What we have studied up till now, based on that, this CH bond is formed by this single covalent bond, sigma covalent bond, CH bond is formed by coaxial overlapping of sp-s orbitals. Sp-s orbitals means the hybrid orbital of this carbon taking part in this covalent bond formation is sp. This single covalent bond, whatever I have been speaking for, this single covalent bond is applicable to all the 4. This CH single covalent bond, this is sigma covalent bond, is formed by coaxial overlapping of sp2s orbitals. So, the hybrid orbital in case of ethene of carbon is sp2 hybridized, and the CH bond, single covalent bond in ethane, the hybrid orbital of carbon is sp3. So, the CH bond in ethane is formed by coaxial overlapping of sp3s orbitals. The orbital of hydrogen is same, s orbital, s orbital, s orbital, but in the single covalent bond CH, the hybrid orbital of carbon is different. Here it is sp hybrid orbital, here it is sp2, here it is sp3. What difference that will have on the bond strength, bond length, bond polarity, reactivity? As the hybrid orbital of the carbon involved in single covalent bond is sp, one s and one p, 2 orbitals take part in mixing and recasting and give rise to 2 new sp hybrid orbitals. I will not repeat in detail. So, the percentage S character in this sp hybrid orbital is 50%. In case of ethene, the carbon is sp2 hybridized. We have considered it in detail in our earlier discussion. sp2 hybridized carbon, the percentage S character is 33%, and carbon in ethane, the single covalent bond, single CH bond, but the carbon of ethane is sp3 hybridized. So, the percentage S character here is 25%. Percentage S character here is 50%, 33%, and for ethane it is 25%. As the percentage S character decreases from 50 to 33 and then to 25, 50% S character in the hybrid orbital, 33% S character in the hybrid orbital, and 25% S character in the hybrid orbital. Less the percentage S character, or I may explain this in other way, more the percentage S character, what the effect this will have, let us see. Let me remove this first, because percentage S character is important. What does it mean? More the percentage S character, more will be the sphericalness, more will be the spherical character, and more the spherical character, what will happen? What effect it will have? More closer the shared pair of electrons, means more the percentage S character, more strongly the shared pair of electrons will be held. The same thing can be explained in another way. Although carbon atoms are same, sp hybridized carbon the electronegativity, let me write in short, electronegativity. The electronegativity of sp hybridized carbon will be greater than sp2 hybridized carbon than sp3. So, electronegativity of this carbon among the three will be highest, number second will be this, and the electronegativity will be least among these three, sp, sp2 and sp3. Because of that, what happens is that the electronegativity CH bond, this CH bond in ethyne as compared to CH bond in ethene and CH bond in ethane, CH bond in ethyne is more polar, If it is more polar, what will happen? If more polar, then such more polar covalent bond means I am referring to this now. Whatever I am discussing is applicable to this CH bond and not CH bond in ethene and CH bond in ethane, because as compared to this, CH bond in ethene and CH bond in ethane are less polar, because the electronegativity difference in these two cases is less than what it is here. So, CH bond in ethine is more polar, and if it is more polar, then such more polar covalent bond can get broken, very important, can get broken heterolytically. Of course, not on its own, when it is reacted with certain reagents or compounds like sodium, but only this CH bond in ethine, since it is more polar, has capacity to get broken heterolytically, and therefore, it can take part in those type of reactions where heterolytic breaking is a necessary condition. Just now I have mentioned that single covalent bond CH, this sigma covalent bond CH in ethine is more polar, and such highly polar CH bond can get heterolytically broken with certain reagents. Let us consider a reaction of ethine with sodium. This is more polar because this carbon, the hybrid orbital of this carbon involved in covalent bond formation is sp hybrid orbital, and sp hybrid orbital has 50% sphericalness. More the sphericalness, more overlapping, less bond length, and because of that electronegativity of that carbon increases, more polarity. So, this CH bond reacts with sodium. I can write it directly. Before that, I will explain the reaction in steps. Although the things take place simultaneously, for the sake of understanding, I will show it in steps. This CH bond, when reacted with sodium, gets heterolytically broken. For the sake of making things easy, I am showing it in steps. Since carbon is more electronegative, and here sp hybridized carbon is still more electronegative, on heterolytic breaking, the shared pair will remain with carbon. Any heterolytic breaking, for example, HCl, which is also slightly polar because of electronegativity difference, when dissolved in water, the heterolytic breaking takes place, as we are familiar with this simple example, and the shared pair goes to chlorine. Why it goes to chlorine? Because chlorine is more electronegative than hydrogen, giving rise to H plus and Cl minus ions. Electron of chlorine remains with chlorine, but electron of hydrogen also goes to chlorine. So, one extra electron is with chlorine. That is why there is a -1 charge. It is not a representative charge. The actually charge exists. Protons in the nucleus of chlorine are 17, but since the electron of hydrogen is with chlorine, the total electrons now it will become 18, and therefore, there are 18 electrons and 17 protons. So, chlorine carries -1 charge because of that extra electron. And of course, hydrogen, since it has lost its electron to chlorine, it will carry positive charge. This is how hydrolytic breaking takes place. Similarly, let us again now focus on this CH bond. This gets heterolytically broken. This electron pair dash is a representation of a shared pair, remains with carbon, electron of carbon and electron of hydrogen. this extra electron of hydrogen atom, negative charge, and this positively charged hydrogen. Immediately this positively charged hydrogen, it will react with sodium, the 11th electron of sodium, and since of course it should react because sodium is metallic, alkali metal, and what we get is this Na plus, and the electron of sodium goes to H plus ion, and this H plus will get converted into hydrogen atom or nascent hydrogen, hydrogen radical we can say. Such many hydrogen atoms, I have written it atoms, such many hydrogen atoms or nascent hydrogen atoms will combine to give H2 gas. So, this is the first step, and the moment H plus is released, it will react with sodium. So, adding these two, what we get is normally written in books or in the notes, it is this. So, this is the reaction. Acetylene react with sodium, sodium acetylide we can call it as, and this reaction I have selected to show you that this CH bond reacts, but the CH bond of ethene and ethane does not react.